to SRL. Season 8 is over.
Hello and welcome back to Tier 2 SRL here in Canada this week. Today I'm joined by a good teammate of my ex-teammate, I should say, of Sam. Welcome.
Hello there. Back in the Tier 3 days.
Back in the Tier 3 days. Yes, and if I remember correctly, you won here last time around in Tier 3, so I think you have a little bit of insight than I do.
A little bit, you could say. Nowhere near Tier 2 level, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, you could have pace in Tier 2 if you really bothered with this game, I would say, but...
Maybe, perhaps.
But that is the thing, if you can be bothered with this game. Hi, Dragon, in chat. I think I will go on board with one of the McLarens and JJ coming back. I think he's him. I haven't seen him drive for a while, so it's nice to see him back on the grid, I guess. And then, of course, we have two new full-time drivers. We have Vicky and we have Holmeen. Excited to see what they can do. And sorry, the Punisher is someone who is a reserve, and he needs to quickly be invited. So I'll do that very quickly. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what times to expect. If I recall, it's around 108, maybe 109.
Yeah, we saw Tier 3. We saw a 108.2 was the pole lap. So
okay, so maybe some high sevens then.
High sevens. That would be very quick though. We could. I would say we're gonna see more low eights this time around. Than in Tier 3, and we might see 102 in high sevens. If anyone does go high sevens, it's either Hammer, Crystals, or Silent. Maybe Neon Rays as well. Actually, they seem to be the contenders for the championship this season. And
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna invite him again. He seems to be having some sort of internet issues, but that's okay.
Right, so I think Holmeen is on a lap. Is the first one on a lap?
Yeah, sure.
Might be wrong though.
That's oh, he's already invalidated it.
Yes, he is invalidated. So I thought he was getting blocked by that Mercedes in front of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on board with Vicky actually, see what they can do, because Dragon says Joel's gonna get pole. I guess we'll see.
Ooh, that's Crystals, I think, into the wall.
Oh, already?
Just a bit of front wing. I'm not sure. And he's on a lap, but he hasn't invalidated. I thought it invalidates if you hit the wall too hard. Oh, it does. Yeah, there we go. It's invalidated now. Unfortunate. Back in the pits for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I pause the game. We're having a little bit of issue with one of the drivers. He seems to having his game files are not validating or something. So I'm just gonna keep inviting him until it works.
The proper Codemasters way.
Yeah. But yeah, we're riding on board with Vicky. One of the new drivers. Haven't seen him race before, so. Or her, and I'm actually not sure, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So Furious puts a 109.4 as the first lap. Epic does.
Ooh, there you go,
sevens.
Instantly into the high 107s.
Yeah, and
very nice lap.
So Vicky also invalidates in the last corner and was gotten 108.7 invalidated. So I guess it's a decent start to qualifying. But yeah, Epic instantly into the 107s. So great start from him. And the Hammer, and crucially, one of the faster drivers, a full second behind him. Right, so Neon Rays as well, 108.4. That's a good start from him. I don't see. I haven't seen Crystals. Well, you did say he hit the barrier, so he might be waiting a little bit, doing a setup change.
In the pits, yeah.
Yeah. And the Punisher says he's having issues, so I guess rip to him.
Was that Kenyon invalidating another lap? Unfortunate.
Potentially. So we have Trevor Linden saying Vicky is legit, he is fast. So I guess I didn't realize you guys could see the Steam messages, but okay. I thought it wouldn't show that, but okay, whatever. Nice. Oh, it does show.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize. Okay, sorry for that, chat.
It is what it is.
Oh, Dragon, come on, man. Dragon sends me a DM on Steam. Nice.
So,
Alright, so I'm gonna try one more time inviting. There you go. So I want to see Holmean, what he can do actually. So let's go on board with him. He is on a outlap, getting ready for his final, well, for his run, I would say. And Punisher's left again. This is a, oh, and he invalidates the final corner, so he won't be able to set his lap, and he shakes his wheel in frustration.
yeah, see that. So he has to waste another minute, 10 seconds just going around the circuit just to go back into the pits again.
Yeah, and he hasn't set a lap yet, so he's going to be under pressure now to set a quick lap. So yeah, that's unfortunate for him, but that is kind of the track limit. So
well, I guess that depends on what tyre strat you went with at the start, because you can get 4 softs, can't you, and still do 4 runs at here, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get away with.
We saw on tier 3 the strat was a soft, medium, soft, or soft, soft, mediums, or medium, soft, soft. That seems to be the strat, and some people opted for the one stop and stretched it out with the safety car. I do believe those are safety car. I'm not too sure, actually. But yeah, those are definitely the strats you want to go for. And we don't know. Tier 2 is generally very clean, so I don't expect a safety car. We'll see.
You jinxed it now, man.
I jinxed it now. I'm gonna go on board with Crystals now, as he is on a lap. Just about to, came out of turn 2. So yeah, dive into the right left-hander, full commitment up into 7th. Brake at the just between the 100-meter 50 board. Don't hit the curb too much, as I will make you lose rear traction. Push the car wide out. Open the DRS, full throttle into the next little fast chicane. I think down into 4th, and then up to 5th. Kills the wall again, 6th. This seems to be a pretty quick lap actually from Crystals. Now into the hairpin, brake very hard at the 100 board. Down into 2nd, and maybe short shift up to 3rd, and maybe even 4th. Oh, a little bit sliding exit there, that's going to cost him a little bit of time. But he seems to have gotten it under control pretty well. DRS open. Now into the final corner, he's got a car in front of him, who hopefully won't be a hindrance. Send it hard into the right-hander, then left. Avoid the wall of champions. Sort of does it, hits the wall a little bit, but that's okay. It's not going to do too much this time. And he crosses the line doing a 108.5. So considering that's his first run, that's not too bad.
Yes, I'm just wondering what Epic's strat's gonna be. Whether he just accepts whether he can't improve and just keeps the fresh tires for the race, or whether he tries and goes out again. Yeah, because he's only done 1 lap so far, right at the start.
Yeah, I think some drivers tend to go for 2 runs instead of 3. Neon Ray's being one of those who generally does that. And he's just about to finish his out lap and go on to a full-blown lap, and I'm interested to see if he will be able to go into the 107s as well. Oh, it's actually the Hammer, but it's in 108.2, so that puts him net P2 for now. Still 8 minutes to go, and we know the Hammer is very good come the end of qualifying. And yep.
Punisher's left again.
He is having issues, it seems. Oh, and Neon Rays invalidates his out lap, so that's his run over. That's very unfortunate.
Yes, issues is describing it lightly.
Yeah. I don't know if he's tried to restart the game, restart everything, but I don't know what's happening. And
unable to verify integrity. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Some sort of funny Codemaster language. I'm not sure.
No, it's the Steam one where you verify the file integrity or whatever.
Oh, right.
And it downloads the files that you don't have, but it's failing to do that. So something gone very wrong.
Something's not right. That's for sure. And only XCXP staying in the pits with medium tires. So I'm wondering if he has a. Well, I don't think he has a quality ban, but either that or he's just decided not to do quality this race. But Holmean, I'm gonna go.
Interesting strategy.
I'm gonna go on board. Yeah, exactly. Go on board with Holmean, see what he can do. One of the other new drivers here. I think
Still hasn't set a lap, has he?
yeah, I think him and Vicky know each other, considering they have the same
Yeah.
name layout.
Yes, the full stop at the end and all capital letters.
Yeah.
And I think they're both in the same country, wherever that is.
I think it's Sweden, maybe. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that.
He's getting a nice tow from the teammate there.
Yeah, he is.
Neon Rays.
And Crystal's actually maybe potentially blocking him a little bit there.
Ooh, that's dicey, but there's no way you can really go there, to be honest.
Yeah. But he seems to be handling it well so far. Taking the curves he needs to take, braking where he needs to brake. Second, third, a little bit slow through there. Not too much commitment on the throttle, but it's okay. DRS open. Now into this is in my opinion, the most fun corners or section on the circuit. Just full send, right, left, then down into a hairpin. Great spot for dive bombing people and crashing, to be honest. But
Losing front wings.
Using front wings, exactly. Yeah, it's a great spot to do that. And then down the final straight, DRS open. A little bit of a slow exit, but he got the power down in the end. I don't think this will be the fastest lap, but sometimes there's laps that look slower or faster, so we'll have to see. Doesn't invalidate this. Oh, he does!
Oh, he does. Yeah, on the inside of the last corner.
That's unfortunate. And he would have gone a 1:08.6, so that would have put him P7 with that lap time if he didn't invalidate. So that's unfortunate for him. And he's going.
The cars by. Very
he's
nice.
letting Crystals by, which actually jumps perfect segue to go on board with Crystals. Oh, a little bit slidey, hits the wall, and he's already invalidated his lap. So, oh, that's not the. He seems. Yeah, this is not the lap for him.
I'm just watching Epic right now. He's only 200ths down, I think, on his best lap. So he may be on for an improvement if he can get this final corner nailed.
Yeah, Epic, as we know, has been quick, has gotten podiums before, so...
he's validated. Yeah, he's invalidated. Unfortunate. What would it have been, though?
Yeah, it would have been slower anyways.
8-0, so it would have been slower, yeah.
And actually, while that's happening, Elfster, P2. That's a bit of a surprise. I haven't seen him that far up. So that's nice to see, actually. So the Silent, the Hammer, Neon Rays, and Crystals, the 4 people I was expecting to be fast, so actually seem to be struggling slightly, and then Epic and Elfster sort of showing great pace out of nowhere, so it's good to see the fields split up a little bit now. Let's see, let's go on board with Hammer. He's 1/10 down, well up, actually, no. He's 1/10 slower than his best lap coming into the hairpin, but he gets a little bit of a toe there.
Cheeky slipstream from Elfster.
Yeah. Might just be enough to get P2. Oh, I just realized okay, he goes straight into the pits.
Oh, he's going to pits.
I just realized how close P2 and P3 are.
Yes, 2,000ths of a second.
Not even.
Couldn't get much closer if you asked.
Yeah, that is very near identical lap times, which you have seen before in Tier 2. I don't remember exactly, but there was one race, I can't remember if it was Tier 2 or if it was, if it was Tier 3. But there was one time, oh, let's jump onto Goring and he goes into pits. Let's go for Silent now. Yeah, so there was a Tier 3 or 2 race where the top 2 drivers qualified at the exact same time in Barcelona, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So and Tier 2 has been very close before, so it just shows. Well, it is actually very close. If you look from P2 all the way down to P11, that's 5/10 between them.
Yeah, it's really close. It's what you like to see.
Yeah. It leads to some great racing.
I thought Karasik was getting a nice slipstream, but he must have spun somewhere in his lap.
Oh, right.
Because he was getting a nice slipstream from Silent, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, the Silent, he's on his hot lap now. Has 5/10 to improve to get pole, but he has done that before in quali. He does improve quite a lot, you see, and he's already 2/10 down on his time as Zola leaves the session.
Zola leaves.
I'm gonna quickly invite him back. There you go.
So I'm on board now with Holmean, the only guy apart from XP that hasn't set a lap yet.
Yeah.
Just about to start his lap. Hopefully he at least sets something valid.
Yeah.
Give him confidence for the race.
Yeah, with his previous lap time as valid, he would have been like in top 10. So yeah, it's good to hope for new drivers to do well. It's nice to see what they can do. And Silent actually seems to be very good in the sector times. So here it comes through the last corners, and he invalidates it. Oh, that's a shame. What would his lap time have been? And okay, it would have been a slower lap time, but he does invalidate. So that basically is his quality run over. And we're gonna go on board with their hammer. Or actually, how is Holmean doing?
He's about to go through another sector line.
Yeah. So yeah, Holmean rounding to
40.7 sector 2. I have no idea if that's any good or not.
I don't really either, to be honest. I haven't been paying that much attention. But
it's been pretty clean lap so far, to be honest.
Yeah.
Of course, still valid. Brutal last corner though.
Yeah.
See if he invalidates.
And he
Takes
doesn't.
a safe. Oh, it's very nice.
And this will be his lap. Let's see what he does. He crosses the line and goes P11.
Yeah, better than 17th.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good start. Just seeing, I got pinged in tier 2.
Ooh, Epic is a 10th up in the first sector.
Yeah.
On his last lap.
Well, let's have a look with him then. Actually, I think I'm going to go on board with Dahammer because he's about to complete it. Oh, he's 4 tenths up actually, Dahammer. Dahammer might get provisional pole here. He's got a very good run. A little bit of a slipstream from the Alpha there as well. He just needs to round the last few corners, doesn't cut it, keeps it nice and tight.
And I don't think Epic is doing a lap. He's 4 tenths
Dahammer,
down now.
He just gets P2, so he goes a little bit slower in the final sector there, but it's enough to get P2. And I'm gonna go Crystals. Actually, I didn't realize it's gone P4, and Neon Rays all the way down to P6.
No, he's not doing another lap. He's in the pits.
Yeah, Dahammer just rounding the final corner now. Will it be enough to improve his time? And oh, sorry, Epic.
No, I doubt it. Yeah, he was had a slow second sector.
Yeah, and
also
Elster
just given up.
Elster, what's it called? Invalidates his lap before he even starts it. Which is another thing with F1 game I don't agree with. ACC is just so much better. If you invalidate the previous lap, you can still go. But I guess it can give an unfair advantage.
It can give, yeah, extra speed on the straight.
Yeah. But it's still very harsh.
Furious is still going, but I think he's given up with this lap because he did tap the wall.
Yeah. Let's see what Karasek's about to do. He's improved a little bit on his lap time. Might be able to jump up to P6, P7, maybe. We'll have to see. Rounds the final corner, comes towards the line. Will it be? And he goes P3. Okay,
oh, very nice.
That's a big jump. He had a great improvement then in the final sector. So that's a great performance from him here in quality. That's good stuff from him. Let's see, as Joel, as Dragon puts it, who will be on pole. Let's see if this, and it won't. He's backed out of it. So. Yeah.
I'm not sure if we have the spectator bug or not. I'm pretty sure we do. People are still completing laps.
Yeah, you can expect to have any bug every time you spectate. That's just how it is.
Yes. So I'm watching Larson, who is 2 tenths up coming into sector 3.
Yeah. And just showing how
I could
close
bump
it is.
him up a couple of positions.
1 second separating P1 and P13.
Yeah, really close.
Yeah. And going round in the final corners now. Gets a nice exit. DRS open. Dashes towards the line.
Larson invalidates to the wall of champions, and he's dead.
Yeah, we saw that in the background. He's into the wall. And Goran goes P7, so that's actually a good performance from him as well. Neon Rays didn't get his lap in at the end, and that seems to have cost him dearly. But anyways, Epic, I think, will be the guy on pole, unless... well, Larson is going backwards down the straight.
Just a bit.
Hey.
I appreciate it, the commitment to completing that lap, even if it was like 25 seconds off the pace or whatever.
So Larson there on the back straight. NJJ, I think, still completing his lap.
Yeah, he's finished now.
He's already one lap.
Yeah, he was slower. So that's his quali over.
So that's
I think that's it.
That's the grid, yeah. That's the grid form.
Just, Yeah, Epic needs to go to the pits or whatever, and then we're done.
Yeah, and Sanix greatly, as I think we say this every week, but ACC is better than F1.
Yes, the return to garage function is the best function in the game. Changed my mind.
And then also the fact that it's a sim, and not this arcade sim.
Funny arcade, yeah. That you can be OP with the controller.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the OP controllerness, that's fine, that's more accessible, but it just doesn't feel right driving the cars. Anyways, even Dragon, a tier 1 driver here, says ACC is better than F1, so again, if you're watching, join the ACC league, because it is absolutely great.
Yeah, so it's starting in, what, 2 weeks' time now?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks. We're going to have a pre-season race.
Ooh.
Oh, that reminds me, I actually need to do the track list. Ooh.
Yeah, you do. You haven't announced it yet.
No, I haven't.
I saw the list in ACC Council because Nico or someone was streaming, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a track list that needs to be announced, and with that,
Yes.
Epic is P1, followed by the Hammer, Karasik, Elfster, Crystals, Dixie, Goran, Neon Rays, Silent, and Joel rounding up the top 10. And then we have Vicky and Holmean, I think the two friends, they're in P11-12, so that's fitting.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about Neon Rays is in tier 3, he always went for the alternate strat.
Yeah, and he does this here as well.
No, he just doesn't anymore. Even though he went from like P18 or whatever every race to the podium. So
yeah. Neon races, he's strongest when he starts a bit further back, I think. But yeah, so we're got an exciting Canadian Grand Prix lined up for us. If tier 3 is anything to go by, it's going to be a great race with drama all the way to the end.
Will it rain?
That is the question. We've not had rain yet, I don't think. We might have had a bit of rain in Monaco. I think that's probably in the quali session, or is that tier 3 that I'm remembering wrong? I don't know. Being a tier 2 and tier 3 streamer, I get confused. But anyways.
Formation lap time.
Yeah, let's get the telemetry, track map, all that stuff up. Detail, let's have position changes to start with, and broadcast. There you go.
May I ask Codemasters, why does this reset?
Good question.
Just why?
Good question. I guess it's because the session forwards, and it's a new session, I don't know. And while they do the warm-up lap, I'm actually going to go get some water.
Very nice. Prepared commentator. So we can see quite a lot of people, P11 backwards, have gone for the medium tyre to start with, and as we said before, it's most likely a 2-stop. Some of them might go for the medium hard. I'm not sure what the optimum 1-stop is.
That's a good point. I'm gonna quickly have a look at the tyre strats. So everyone outside the top 10, bar Larson and Furious, have gone for the medium tyres.
Yeah.
So yeah, will be interesting to see the strats come later in the race. Safety car
Top
quickly, and
top 5 are very far ahead of the rest of the field. They're going to be waiting a long time on the grid.
that is very true. I haven't seen that actually. That is a big gap.
The last car has just gone through the hairpin.
Yeah,
that is quite the gap.
To see that on the track map, that is interesting. And yeah, as Elfster just about getting into his grid box now, and Epic's been sitting there already for about 5 seconds. So yeah, the top guys, their tires are going to be quite cold. They're going to be sitting there for quite a while. Maybe potentially.
At least it won't be -273 cold. You'd hope.
That we'd hope. We don't know with Codemasters. We'd hope. But yeah, someone might get a drive through here, depending how long, how patient they are. But anyways, see the last car is coming into the grid spot now. And I think the cars are lined up and ready, and we're gonna probably get that glitch. So lights are gonna go green, we wait a few seconds, and then off they go. Yep, they're still revving, and away
off
they go. And yeah, Epic actually gets a pretty good start, and so does Elfster actually. Elfster up to P3 already, around the outside there of Karasik. Karasik, poor start. Oh, as I see a Renault in the background, being quite dicey. Yellow flag already, that's a Red Bull around, that's Holmean.
Yep.
Didn't see what happened there. But,
I think he just went wide at turn 1 and just went onto the grass.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, Crystal's maintaining his position, and there's a fight there with Silent and Dixie in the background. Silent around the outside, a little bit of contact with Dixie, which allows Neon Rays to actually... Okay, Silent's losing out quite a lot here. There's 2 McLarens as well get past him, and... Yeah, okay, so Silent gets past the first McLaren of NJJ. Goran's gone
Someone's around.
Goran's gone off. Didn't see what happened there.
He doesn't have wing damage though, so he can
Yeah.
carry on his merry way.
Yeah, as Joel goes kind of deep, Silent gets a little bit loose on the exit there. Trying to overtake.
Oh, that's a furious round spun by Zola, I think.
Yeah.
On the exit of the hairpin. That's
Rest in peace.
unfortunate.
Yeah, so Silent makes the move onto Joel there as Joel goes straight into the pits, which then promotes Silent back up to P8. So Neon Rays and Silent having a spicy start. NJJ getting up 6 positions from the start. It's
2 people already pitting.
Yeah.
Joel and Furious.
Yeah, and I agree.
And that's really unfortunate for Joel too, because he started on the mediums, I think.
Yeah, but at least he's got that tire out the way now. But yeah, that's very unfortunate. I think he's just gonna potentially go for the hard tire and just
yes, Furious is on the hards. And Joel's still on the mediums.
Little
Yes,
bit of contact
so he must have
left,
gone medium.
But the top 5 seem to have gotten away pretty cleanly. With a bit of a gap to Dixie, who's sort of running his own race, and then now people are sort of beginning to slot in behind each other. And actually, I'm going to quickly have a look at Larson, because he seems pretty close to XCXP here. DRS obviously not enabled yet, so we probably won't see any moves into the final chicane. But yeah, that's people just saving energy right now, trying to get into rhythm, not really trying to make positions. It's not really the time. As Epic sets the fastest lap. Oh, and Dixie answers with an even faster lap. So Dixie on a pretty good move here towards Crystals. With Neon Rays followed 1.2 seconds behind.
Yeah, really need that DRS after this lap, otherwise you're gonna really struggle for the last sector.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be definitely a DRS train from Neon Rays all the way down to Kinyuan. If Neon Rays doesn't get that DRS. If he does, because he's just about a second behind Dixie. Although it seems as there's yellow sector 3, and that is Karasik, I think. I can't catch him. And he's gone around, and he's disqualified from going the wrong way. As he spins his car around, he gets disqualified. That's very unlucky for Karasik. That's F's in chat for Karasik. Wow.
Wow.
That's very unfortunate. And while that's happening, Vicky is getting past NJJ, and Silent and Neon Rays having a good battle here. Silent goes up the inside, and NJJ Neon Rays has to concede. And yeah, as you said, Crystals gets a 3-second time penalty already.
Already after lap 3.
Yeah.
We disqualified at the end of the race, lap, right? Yeah.
I mean,
really unfortunate for Karasik.
Yeah, that is again funny F1. He spun his car around. I managed to jump onto him while it was happening, and it just disqualified him. So very unlucky. Obviously, return to track's not being used for reasons of that it could basically crash someone out instantly. But yes, that's unfortunate on the rejoin there from Karasik. F, as Dragon puts it in chat. Let's have a look at Dixie now.
Crystals is really trying to push to get back into the DRS. He hit the wall on the exit of that chicane there. He's going to be under real pressure here from Dixie, because he won't have the DRS from Elfster.
Yeah, and Dixie getting a quite good exit already before even having a DRS activated. He's probably going to think of making a move here.
Yeah, he's using a lot of his overtake.
Yeah,
and
forced around the outside, but it's enough. He gets the move done, as you said, and then Silent as well.
No, Crystal's into the pit. Yeah, okay. Crystal's pits.
So that is not ideal for Crystals, considering he wanted to pit, and he has someone on his outside. But anyways, he goes in pits, Dixie up to P4.
Oh, he's replacing his front wing, so maybe he had a bit of damage from contact somewhere.
Okay, that would make sense. But yes,
he's gone on to the hards.
Silent 4 positions at the start, and so does Neon Rays, and then quickly Vicky as well, who's managed to get 4 positions, and NJJ with 7. So good start from NJJ there, keeping out of trouble while I see the people behind have been in trouble per se. Let's see, let's have a look at the
Another
tires.
yellow.
There's a lot of yellows, but they don't seem... I don't know, we might see a few reports this race. I haven't really caught any.
It's Kinian, I think it is.
Kinyuan? Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he's fallen off 5 seconds to Grenade Goran, and he isn't turning. What on earth has happened? Has he got a puncture or something?
I don't know what's happening, but the Hammer, quickly, I just quickly saw this. The Hammer past Epic, side by side, gets the move done into P1. And that is Epic now in the clutches of Elster as well. Elster might consider doing a little move into turn 1. I don't think he will. He's going side by side, down the inside he goes actually, and he gets the move done. A little bit of touching, actually not quite yet. Epic on the inside there. There's still side by side, a little bit of touching, and Elster gets pushed out wide, and Epic stays ahead for now. But that's some good battling there for the top 3. That sort of happened out of nowhere. So yeah, now the Hammer, it's gonna be another one of these races where he just runs away in the distance and gets the victory, but Joel picks up 3 seconds, so does Holmean.
Kinian in the pits, he had some quite severe front wing damage, so I think he spun at turn 4 or 5, somewhere around there.
Yeah, maybe hit the wall
That's
somewhere.
why the yellow flags were.
Yeah. And Vicky sticking behind Neon Rays here with medium tires on. Doing quite an impressive start, I'd say, considering this is his first race. Excited to see what he can do in the future. He's definitely shown he's got a bit of talent to fight with his grid, so that's good to see. He's currently, him and Holmean actually as well, are currently the only 2 on track fighting close enough for positions. I don't think Vicky's going to get the move done this time around, but yeah, stays in the DRS zone of Neon Rays. Maybe we'll have a look into turn 1. Might just think about it now. He's a bit too far behind, so Neon Rays stays ahead for now, but Vicky definitely staying calm and collected behind Neon Rays. Oh, Silent. I just jumped on board with Silent. He's got kind of sideways there. That's
Crystal's speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, and yellow flag.
Yellow flag. It's Kinian again, is it?
I think maybe Crystals have retired. And
no, it'd be Crystals, yeah.
So Crystals retires after, I guess, was the front wing damage, and then the 5. Maybe they didn't replace his. I don't know what's happened, but he's definitely retired.
It definitely replaced his wing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate from him. As he was doing very well up in P4, but now the fight with Vicky and Neon Rays. Vicky very close now. DRS open side by side even before the corner starts. Gonna just breeze past, get the move done, and that is P6. So he's the leading medium runner, and he seems to be on a pretty good charge as well as Epic goes into the pits. Now, Sam, as you know, the undercut's very strong here.
Yeah, if I remember from our testing last season, the softs last around 10-11 laps. So I would expect some of these soft runners to pit in the next lap or 2.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's sort of what I remember as well. And we also remember the undercut was very strong. You could gain a second, give or take, depending when you'd pit. So I think Epic's going to go for that strat now, but he's got Gorn in his way. It shouldn't be too big of an issue, to be honest, with them being teammates. So I think Gorn will allow Epic to get past as quickly as possible, but we'll have to see. And, we're going to go on board with Silent now, who's behind Dixie, who's also in the DRS of Elster. And I think one of these guys are probably going to pit now to respond to Epic's pit stop.
One person I'm keeping an eye on right now is XTXP, since he started right from the back. And he's keeping up with the soft runners, so I think around about now is where they're about the same pace, tyre-wise, as, yeah, the 3 people go into the pits.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Neon Rays, Dixie, and it seems that Epic...
Grenade as well.
Yeah, Grenade as well. Onto the pits, Epic gets promoted to P8 now, only 5 seconds behind Holmean. I do think he's doing a pretty strong undercut here. This could put him back into that P1 potentially as a Silent and Elster. I was literally riding on board with him. I think Elster has made a mistake or something, because Silent wasn't that far behind. He was like 7 tenths behind or something. So Silent gets the move
He's
done.
losing a lot of time.
Elfster might have some sort of front wing damage, and can't
Don't
see
believe he does, no.
but he's suddenly going a lot slower than expected.
Holmean is right on the back of XTXP, going
Yeah.
into the hairpin.
Yeah, and I
See
saw
if he can get the
Vicky
move done.
behind Elster here, but I think Vicky's just gonna be in the DRS zone, wait for Elster to pit, and then be promoted to P3. Let's have a look at Holmean.
I don't believe he's close enough. I think he lost a lot of time on the exit there.
Yeah.
Because the gap was 2/10 of a
Yes.
second.
XCXP picks up 3 seconds, and the Hammer pits as well. So Silent, now the only soft runner to not pit, trying an overcut, and as they're saying that, Epic gets potentially gets ahead of the Hammer. The Hammer leaving the pits, Epic rounding turn 1, and yeah, Epic's done it, so Epic's undercut has worked. And the Hammer actually almost loses that to Dixie as well. So I think the Hammer playing the long game here. Now all he has to do is catch up to Epic, but Epic back into net P1.
Undercut very OP there then, as confirmed by Epic.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh,
take a
there's
sip.
7 people currently have penalties in this race, so if you can keep close to the cars in front, you'll easily gain a couple positions if you have no penalties, as it always is with this game though, to be honest.
Yeah. But we saw in the tier
Penalty.
3, I can't remember who it was, but someone got their first podium because they kept it clean, and the guys ahead, all of them had like 12 seconds of penalties.
Man.
Yeah, that was
It's all well and good being fast, but you gotta be keeping it within the track limits.
yeah,
Guys.
It is difficult in Canada. It is very difficult.
Yeah.
As I remember in our practice races, I got disqualified twice.
You got disqualified, yes, multiple times from the amount of track cuts you had.
Yeah. But that just goes to show how good I am in this game.
Goes to show why we were in tier 3 though.
Yeah, it does. It was like a meme idea, and then halfway through the season we're like, oh, we can't be bothered with this anymore. But alas, it was fun while lasted.
Yeah. Last good race in F1, the Canadian GP.
Yeah. Yeah, you last
So-
P1.
Silent is still out on those softs. It is lap 11, so I believe he should pit this lap.
Yeah, I think
If
he's
he
potentially going for a one-stop strategy here.
potentially soft hard.
Um,
Not sure that would work
I don't think soft hard would be just. I think maybe he's just pushing those softs as far as he can to get onto
because
the
he's going
mediums.
another lap.
Yeah,
Because I think the mediums last 20 laps, 21 laps.
give
So
or
he
take.
needs to go another 3 laps or so,
Yeah,
at least.
he's definitely. I think he's definitely aiming for the one-stop now, as it would be, in my opinion, at least too late.
Oh,
to,
I get a penalty. That's
yeah.
unfortunate.
I think it would be too late now to respond to the guys behind, as they would
Oh
already
yeah.
gained a bunch of time, and that's Joel retiring
Joel
in
retires.
the pits.
Why though?
I don't know. Maybe he had some sort of wing damage.
Yeah, I think he was one of the guys that pitted lap 1, if I recall.
Yeah. And we have Futuristic in chat saying soft medium is possible, so that's probably what Silent's going to go for. And
Yeah.
Ricky right behind him now, actually. And hi, Antoine. Sam is commentating, that is correct.
This isn't going to become a regular thing, I hope. But yes, I'm here to vibe.
Yeah, and Vicky
With
now
King.
making a move on Silent, DRS open, and he gets the move done. He's showed very good pace here, to be honest. He's definitely been impressing me as a... Oh, and as he picks up a 3-second time penalty, but most drivers, well, half the grid has that now anyways. But he's definitely been impressing me as his first race as a full-time driver.
Silent finally heads into the pits.
Yeah. Let's see where that drops him. That's going to drop him quite far, actually. Puts him
Ooh.
behind Elster and Ian
Got
Reyes.
Epic and NJJ going side by side into turn 1.
Oh. Oh, wow, there's a whole fight here I was missing. Oh,
There's
okay.
a
So
lot of fighting going on.
there's a bit of a train behind XTXP here right now. As NJJ gets a little bit wide, Epic might have a look. Doubt he will, because it's not really a place to overtake, but definitely XTXP and NJJ holding up their Hammer and Epic behind them, which is actually going to allow Dixie to potentially catch up to them as well. But for now, Epic is just going to have to suffer a little bit in this DRS train. Actually, NJ gets a really poor exit. Epic might have a look into the hairpin, but I don't think he's going to do it. A bit too far behind as well. A little bit deep by both NJJ and Epic, but yeah. So
I think Epic's going to get the move on here if he uses a lot of his overtake. How much does he have? Yeah, he has a lot more overtake than
NJJ. This is going to be a risky move if he does make it. NJJ actually. Oh, into the back of XCXP. That was a dive from nowhere. There's no way he was going to get into that corner with that dive. That's allowed XCXP to get a pretty poor exit and Epic to get a good one. And Epic goes into the back of XCXP. This is not the clean racing we've seen from Tier 2 so far. I don't really know what happened there with NJJ, but he just... Oh, as Epic hits XCXP again, and XCXP goes around. And that's going to... I think that's going to allow DeHammer.
Oh, that is carnage.
And that's...
2 cars round.
Dixie getting collected by that as well, so I think that's very, very unfortunate. The Hammer now into P2, Elster P3, and Neon Race P4. I think the FA might want to have a look at that one. And
yeah, Dixie has quite a crunched front wing, so he's going to have to pit.
Yeah.
Go mediums to the end, most likely.
Yeah, so I think Dixie, if I'm not mistaken, hit XTXP, right?
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. I was elsewhere on track and flipped back right at the end.
Yeah. But then now Vicky with has gone to pits as well for a second set of mediums into P6. So a very good strat from him, and Ian Race picks up a 3-second time penalty. Only person who has yet to pick up a time penalty in the top 7 is DeHammer, who was right behind Epic.
Yeah, only 3 cars without a penalty in the entire race. Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of corners there. I think Epic might get a bit of a slap on the wrist with that one if that gets reported.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get ahead of those guys that started on those mold mediums.
Yeah.
To try and make a gap to the Hammer.
Yeah.
But it all went wrong for him. But he is still in P1.
He is. He's
half
been
a second ahead of the Hammer.
Yeah, and then JJ picks up another few seconds. We might see the Hammer go for an overtake here, as he is, I believe, close enough. But we have to see how well how good his exit is. He gets a not the greatest of exits. He's got half a tenth, but he's got ERS, DRS, and I think he's potentially going to go for a move here. Down the inside he goes of Epic. Gets the move done before the corner, into the braking zone. Nice and easy through there. Gets a 3-second time penalty doing the overtake. But he gets the move done. So now that equalizes the time penalties. And actually, sorry, as that's happening, XCXP and Larson here having a bit of a battle. Oh, XCXP getting a bit loose there. Don't really know what's happening, but that's allowed Larson to get back at him. And he slots in behind Larson again.
Yeah, I think that's just being smart from XCXP, because he's on 15 lap old mediums right now.
Yeah.
I think he's going for the one stop if he's going this long on the tyres.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Yeah, he'd have to push them a bit further to pit, but it's definitely a commitment to one stop now, I'd say. And we're not quite sure what Silent's going to do. I think he's going to do one stop, but it's going to be quite a stretch, I believe.
Yeah, I think you need to... Well, he went 13 laps, I think, on those softs, or 12.
Yeah.
I think it was 13. So he needs to last 22 laps on the mediums, which is possible, but you are at a slight risk of puncture.
Yeah.
So,
but if everyone else has to pit and he manages his tyre as well, then that's definitely going to be a very strong result from him. He might be onto something here, and we have seen Silent do alternative strategies that work out, and we do know he's good on tyre management as well.
yes, because he is currently, what, 3 or 4 seconds off the lead.
Yeah.
So he gains 20 odd seconds from those other guys pitting. If he matches tyres correctly, he could win by quite a margin, I would say.
Yeah. But the Hammer now has free air and is allowed to race off into the distance as he's done before. So it's going to be quite a close battle come the end of the race. And now I'm just going to quickly go on with Holmean as he's fighting XCXP now for that P8 position.
More penalties.
More penalties. It's Canada. It's as XTXP gets a little bit loose on exit now, and Holmean up side by side with XTXP goes little. Oh, as actually XTXP covers it off. Why am I having this camera angle? I don't know. Yeah, so Holmean tried to move, but XTXP around the outside maintains his position for now. So good racing from these two.
Yeah, I think
an Epic actually going.
Oh, that's Holmean into the wall. I think he either hit XTXP there on exit or just lost the car himself on traction.
Yeah, and I think Elster and Epic had a bit of a battle there, and Epic lost out to both him and Neon Rays. So it was a little bit of touching, a little bit of spicy touching there, but yeah, just a little bit of rubbing, and Epic goes down to P4. Neon Rays up to P3 as well. He's been having a very good race so far.
For some reason, Holmean has gone out on mediums. Was he one of the guys that started on mediums?
He's gone on hard tires.
Yeah, I think he started on mediums, pitted again
for mediums. Yeah.
And now he's forced to go onto the hard tire because of the only tire he has left.
F. That's all I can say to that. It's quite unfortunate. Anyways, Epic now with DRS on Neon Race. He's going to have DRS on Elster, but he's close. Might potentially see a move into the chicane, although I don't think it's going to happen as he doesn't use all his overtake. And he sort of backs out of it a little bit. Gets kind of a poor exit into the last corner. And that kind of allows silence behind him actually. Oh, okay, never mind. I was just looking at the timing screens. But definitely a spicy battle here for P2, that's for sure.
Yes, the Hammer has well and truly done the Hammer and gone into the distance by over 3 seconds now. Yeah, all depends on how many penalties he has now.
Yeah, I believe he only has 3 seconds still.
Yes. Well, everyone in the top 6 has at least 3 seconds, so...
Yeah. There's only 2 people.
As long as he doesn't pick up any more, he should be okay.
Yeah, and actually Silent now on a move to our Epic, a little bit up the inside. Epic turns in and Silent goes around. I think that's either his one stop done, or he's gonna have to pit again, depending how his tire damage is. But I think Epic has not been driving very clean in this race. The FA might have a look at his the way he's been driving, because he did sort of just cut into Silent there. Silent was side by side with them. Oh well.
Does Silent carry on for a couple of laps and then go on to softs, or does he just pit now and go to mediums? I think the smart choice would be go to the softs.
We'll see.
He carries on.
He does carry on. So yeah, F in chat from Dragon. Great to see him throwing the Fs around when they're needed. And now Epic gonna try and battle
in this race.
many of Fs. You know, Epic gonna try and battle with the Neon Rays a little bit now. And Neon Rays going to try and get that P2 spot, but it gets a little bit loose, and then Epic actually might have a... Nah, I don't think it's good enough because he's got DRS as well, Neon Rays. Oh, as Epic goes really deep, almost takes out Neon Rays, and that's gonna lose in a bunch of time. Yeah, that basically puts Vicky into the DRS range of Epic, as Vicky picked up another time penalty. I'm just gonna check out the penalties. So yeah,
how does one do that?
You go into a spectator menu and then details.
Yes, I see. Yes. Gotcha.
So it's Neon Rays and Elster having a little bit of a battle there. Didn't see that happen, but yeah, Neon Rays up to P2. That's a good move from him, I believe. So yeah, good stuff. I need to pay more attention to what's going on. And Goran as well, past XTXP here. Into the final chicane, up to P8. So a lot of moves happening, as is expected with Canada. But yeah. Now a good fight here for P3, I'd say, as Neon Race sort of seems to be heading out a little bit now. Well, not really, to be honest. Elster is staying with him, but that is with the DRS. This is still a nice battle for P2 with Vicky, Elster, and Epic, and Neon Rays. Sorry.
No, you go on. Go on.
Alright. I was going to say Epic, he had a pretty poor exit, and Vicky seemed to catch up a little bit then, but it's not going to be enough down the straight. Elfster might try something, but I doubt any of them are too close enough to do anything about it. So, another DRS train for a little bit. And actually, Neon Race goes into the pits, so he's going to try and undercut now with the soft tires. That promotes Epic up into P3 and Elfster's P2. But that also crucially takes away Elfster's DRS, which he was using to sort of stay safe. And who's that? Is that Kinyuan who just came out the pits right in front of Vicky? That's a bit unfortunate, as he's going to have the dirty air, but lapped cars are ghosted in this game, so Vicky just drives straight through him.
Just want to point out that XCXP is still on those tyres he started on.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, okay, he's going for that one-stop strat, yeah, for sure.
I would definitely bet he's going to pit this lap.
Yeah.
On those, especially when he spun on them.
Yeah. And I think Silent is probably going for that one-stop strategy as well, it seems. Seems like he's committed to it now.
And JJ is catching up quite considerably to XCXP. I would expect him to overtake either here or into the last chicane, especially as he's probably going to pit.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on that battle at the top. Doesn't seem like there's anything, but we're going to go with NJJ now. And Epic, actually, there's something's happened with Epic. He's had a really bad exit, and that allows Vicky to get past Epic. Didn't see what happened. I keep missing the action. Wow. Anyways.
There's a ghosted car there
yeah.
of Kenyon, I think.
Yes, NJJ may be getting... Nah, it doesn't get XTXP this time around, but Epic, I think, potentially touched the wall there. And that ghosted car to Kinyuan, he's...
What is XTXP doing? He's going for another lap.
I mean, he's definitely pushing it. I think he wants about 10 laps on the soft tires. I think that's as actually NJJ finally gets past. We didn't catch that on camera because there's too many battles going on.
Yes, NJJ's gone past him now, yeah. So...
that lapped car of Kinyuan's sort of in a bad spot at the moment.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate as well because Kinyuan's just pitted, so he's on fresh rubber, so he's going to be the same pace around about as these guys.
Yeah, I mean he's entitled to overtake or unlap himself per se, but it's definitely unfortunate for the guys. There's a yellow flag sector 1. I don't know what that is.
That was a Williams, I believe.
Is that Solazola?
No.
No, I don't.
Yes, I think it was.
It might have had a spin or something. I'm not sure. But Zolzum seems to be going again. Is that a really close battle between? No, okay, it's just my eyes tricking me. I thought oh no, it is. Wait, no. Wait.
Make your mind up.
I think the Hammer has a lapped car behind him because I saw. What's happened there? As Elfster, I don't know what happened there. He went really deep. Vicky's up to P2 and Epic now P3. Yeah, I didn't see what happened there.
No, I didn't see what happened there either, to be honest.
Just suddenly Elfster's off the road.
Oh, finally, XTXP has pitted for the softs.
Very nice. About
time. So he's got 12 laps
to
last on those. That should be quite easily doable.
Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, okay. So Epic and Elfster, they go into the pits at the same time. That
Neon Rays overtaking Larson, I do believe, on the back straight. New tyres.
Yeah, so Neon Ray is going for another cut. That's really going to help him out, considering Epic and Elfster just pitted. So they're both going to be on the soft tires. Don't know how much stronger that's going to be compared to the mediums, especially considering they still have to do 10 laps on it.
Neon is getting quite a large gap from those guys behind then.
I think Elfster has... Epic has changed his front wing as Elfster has jumped into the pits, so Epic had a wing change of some sort, which doesn't surprise me considering the amount of contact he's been involved with. But yeah, now Epic right behind NJJ. He's going to want to clear that car as soon as he can. Let's go on board with this. So yeah, NJJ just getting a more sexy because, you know, more tires, all the medium tires, Epic up the inside. With the soft tires, yeah, gets the move done, and
Job done.
is now on the chase to catch up to Elfster, who is 7 seconds behind Neorace, and Neorace's undercut working out really well for him. Neorace will still have to catch up to Silent, and I believe Vicky still needs to pit, as he's gone for medium. So Vicky still needs to pit. That's something to look out for.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not sure whether you can see how many or what stops they've done. You can see how many they've done, but not what they've done. So
yeah, you can see. Yeah, but Vicky went from medium to medium, so he's definitely got to pit again.
yeah,
Let's have a look at the penalties. Vicky 6 seconds, Elster 6 seconds, and JJ 9 seconds. Then a little bit of a gap. P8, P9, no penalties, and then P10 onwards, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 9. As Kinyuing gets past Zola. Right, there's not really that much action on track at the moment, so I'm going to go on to wrong one. There you go. XTXP on Dixie. It's Dixie with those 11 lap old medium tires, XTXP on 2 lap old softs. Zola gets 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane. And I think we're seeing the final pit stoppers now as Vicky actually goes in as well, and the Hammer, which promotes Silent up to P1. Will these soft tires be enough to catch up though? Neon Rays goes past both of them as well, so Neon Rays with a massive... Oh, actually, the Hammer manages
just
to get
behind the Hammer. Yes.
Yeah, so I'd say Vicky also manages to stay out in front of Elster by quite a margin actually. So
Yes.
Vicky's got a good strat here going.
I don't think Silent Strats worked after his spin.
No, I
He's
don't
only
think
got
so
a
either.
3.5 second gap to the Hammer. Had he not spun, that would have been probably about 10 seconds. I would say, maybe
Yeah, give
more.
or take. He's still somewhat making it work though. It's still 3 seconds.
Yeah, I reckon
less
he can maybe get a podium here because Vicky has quite a large gap to Neon.
Yeah. And Vicky also has 6 seconds of penalties we need to keep in mind. So that means if Elster and Epic finish within 3 seconds of Vicky, he will go down the order. And actually, while that's happening, Elster makes a mistake or something. I don't know what's happening there with Epic. They might have had contact or something, because suddenly Elster is much further behind. Epic makes a move. Didn't see what happened there, did you?
No, I didn't. I was just going to point out that Zola has 20 seconds of penalties.
Oh, and into the wall in the background, Zola goes.
Is that going to be a safety car?
I don't believe it is going to be a safety car. If it is, Silent's saving grace has arrived, I think.
I don't think it's going to be a safety car because he's still going as Zola.
Yeah, but that's.
I was just wondering, what is the cutoff for penalties to get disqualified?
I believe it's 25 seconds or something.
Yeah. So if he gets a couple more warnings, it'll be his race over. Yeah. Not that he's going to get any points anyway, because he's 38 seconds off the next car and has to pit again. So
yeah, he's had a very unfortunate race after a strong performance. He's shown he can be very strong. So, and Futuristic says it's 30 seconds. Okay.
30 seconds. Okay.
Goran picks up another 3 seconds, and the Hammer's only a second behind Silent now. So that might be an interesting battle to have a look at. As there's a yellow flag sector 3.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
Zola again. He's just driving slow, letting cars past. Even though he doesn't really need to, because ghosting is a thing.
Yeah.
But anyway. Got the Hammer 0.4 now. Behind Silent.
Yeah, very close. I see. Oh, there you go. Oh my god. Buttons. There you go. Okay. Why is that the view I get? And the Hammer makes his move. I'm sorry. That was not the TV view I wanted. But yeah, the Hammer makes his way past Silent.
And Zola retires. Understandable.
Yeah, as expected. So, virtual safety car.
I think he retired as he just came out of the pits.
It seems.
But it shouldn't make much of a difference. To the racing.
Yeah, that is okay. So if there was a time to pit, it would be now, but everyone's already done their pit
So
stops.
why is it as a virtual safety car? He isn't on the track.
Yeah, he's disappeared. He's from the. I don't know. Oh, and Silent does take this opportunity to go into the pits. So virtual safety
I
cars.
mean, that makes sense. Go to
Yeah.
the softs. Maybe get a fastest lap 2 there as well. Oh, someone's around turn 1.
Someone's around.
Maybe
10.
that's it. Alfa Romeo.
Okay, could be. That's Furious. I don't believe they put safety car up for that.
No, he just spawned under virtual safety car somehow.
Oh, rip.
Anyway, that's
Yeah. And
back
Silent
racing.
has timed that actually perfectly, and I think Silent just comes up behind Epic here, but with much fresher soft tires, and I think, yeah, that's Furious in Sector 2, he's gone around.
again.
So
And
yeah,
he's lost most of his front wing now. That is
yeah,
unfortunate. No idea what's happened there.
yeah, so Silent right behind Epic now with, yeah, so these two collided earlier.
Oh, he's lagging, that's why, I think.
Alright. Yeah, Sector 3 again. Yeah, it's just him letting people past. But yeah, Silent, I think, got the right strategy there. Pit on a virtual safety car. He basically managed to do the whole pit stop while it was yellow flags. So time to perfection that was.
Yeah, I'm still unconvinced whether it was the right call though.
I do believe it was.
Because he had a small gap to Neon, and he
Yeah.
was still 7 seconds to Vicky, and now he's
Yeah,
still 3 seconds behind Vicky.
but he
So
makes
maybe potentially still a P3 on the table for him.
yeah, and he makes it past Epic. And while that's happening, I think Elfster's actually going to make it past Epic
Furious
as well.
has retired in the pits.
A lot of banging wheels with Epic today.
And
But yeah, Elfster makes it past as well, and Silent's going to catch up to Vicky quite quickly now, it seems. Yeah, that is. Silent's catching up quickly, yeah, that for sure. So I do think it's the right strat he's gone for.
yeah, but question is it enough to... Oh, and actually, yeah, Vicky has 6 seconds, so he's already up to P3.
Yeah.
Question is whether he can catch up to Neon, which I very much doubt. Unless Neon gets another 3 seconds added onto his time, then it might be a possible P2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Neo Reyes has been... He's definitely sort of come out of nowhere into that P2 spot. He's been driving a very stellar race, and now Elfster and Epic fighting yet again. Epic makes a pass with the DRS into the last chicane. But now Elfster, I think, gets a bit of a better exit now, and okay, Epic still has
Epic
DRS
has the
open.
DRS,
Yeah.
yep.
So for this lap, Epic stays ahead of Elfster, but I can see these two fighting all the way to the end. And really, as that's happening, Dixie makes it past Holmean to get promoted to that P10 spot. So Dixie having a very unfortunate race with that being collected by the spinning racing point, I believe it was. That was caused by a collision with Epic. And now Silent.
Silent,
within
yeah,
a
half
lap.
a second.
Silence on
to
an absolute
Vicky.
flyer.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to go for fastest lap here with the DRS.
Yeah.
Use all the overtake he can. Yeah, and Vicky isn't making it difficult.
Yeah, Vicky knows he needs to stay those 3 seconds ahead. He knows it's not worth fighting for this position. So he does a smart thing, just lets him pass, tries to do as little time as possible in silence. Going for that fastest lap now with the DRS. Doesn't actually
get it.
Who
does have the fastest lap then?
I don't actually know. I'm assuming it's the Hammer.
Probably De Hammer, yeah.
But now Silence.
Fastest lap. Oh, no, it's Goran apparently with a
Oh, okay.
10-0.
So Goran.
So he would get a point for that.
Yeah.
'Cause he's in the top 10.
So Goran, great lap from him. And Elfster and Epic still fighting it out, and Epic crucially within 3 seconds of Vicky, so Vicky might lose out 2 positions here. But Vicky's going to have to hope that Epic and Elfster keep fighting behind, but I think Elfster is losing a bit of pace now compared to Epic.
I'm just trying to work out who can gain positions from penalties. Definitely Epic and maybe even Elster.
Oh,
from Vicky.
actually, sorry, Vicky.
Because Vicky has
has
9
9
seconds,
seconds,
now. Yeah.
So
Even if Larson gets overtaken by Goran here as well, he'll keep that position if he doesn't get any penalties.
yeah.
Oh, Elster picked up another 3 seconds.
So
That's
Elster,
9 seconds now. So
yeah.
he has to now stay ahead of Larson by 9 seconds, which should be doable.
Yeah, I mean, there's 10 seconds between them, so it's definitely tight, but it can be done. And now Epic smiling a little bit because he definitely knows he's got a bit of a gap, a breathing space. And that's yellow. Actually, wait, is that Epic? That's Epic. That's Epic. That's around. He's spun it.
No.
Don't know what happened there. I don't think there was contact because Elster is a second behind him, but that's definitely thrown away his chances of getting that P4 position. He's going to be absolutely furious with himself because I don't think there was contact. He's just spun it, dropped it by himself. Very unfortunate mistake that was.
So Dohammer now going on to the final lap of the race. Also, yes, Nico, hello, I'm doing comms.
Yeah, and that's I think that's the worst possible timing Epic could have had to have a spin, because as you said, we are on to the final lap now. And I think, unless something crazy happens, I think this is how the grid is gonna look like come the end of the race, with the Hammer storming off to another victory. Neon Race out of nowhere coming up to P2, and Silent for that P3 spot. All of them driving very stellar race. Obviously Silent had that contact with Epic earlier on in the race, lap 14 I believe it was. Dragon saying, was that a reset to track or not? I'm not sure.
I don't believe so.
We didn't see that. Maybe watch back and see if
the dot moves. Yeah. I don't think it was though.
Yeah, but yeah. So the 3 drivers I was expecting to do well in quali are now top 3. So Neon Rays and Silent.
Race pace matters, not just quali pace.
And as the Hammer comes towards the line, and he's gonna take another victory here in Canada, and that is P1 for the Hammer, followed by Neon Rays, who's gonna be very happy with that P2 spot, swerving side to side. You love to see it. Silent P3, probably could have been P1 or P2 if it wasn't for that contact. Vicky,
I just want to point out that NJJ is right behind Olmin and he's going for an overtake into the hairpin.
Oh, let's have a look at this, and he makes it. Yeah, makes the move stick.
He makes it work.
But he's got 12 seconds.
He's got 12 seconds versus 3, so he's going to lose a position anyway. But you
it's
know,
nice to see some fighting. But yeah, so Vicky down P4, Epic P5 in the end, Elster P6, Larson P7, Goran P8. We have XTXP. No, what have you done? Oh, he spun.
Has he hit? Oh dearie me.
Oh no.
Has he just retired on track as well? The last corner. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well,
that's heartbreaking. No.
It was going so well.
Oh, we just managed to catch that on the. In the background, we have Kinyuan
finishing the race.
Yeah.
At least he's finishing.
Yeah.
Well done, Kinyuan, for finishing the race.
Well done.
So that's it. Job's done.
Canadian Grand Prix.
Silent, unsurprisingly, driver of the day.
Yeah. I'm thinking between Vicky and Silent, because Vicky, a new driver, showed a lot of promising stuff this race, and then Silent, of course, fighting back even with that that incident he had with Epic, through no fault of his own. Well, maybe not through, I don't know, racing incident maybe, I don't know. Anyways, they definitely had an incident, the Silent spun, and I could see him fighting back was definitely a brilliant drive as well, so I don't know who to give it to.
I'll just still keep with Silent, to be honest. People are saying in the chat that a Haas took 4 people out in 1 lap. I don't recall that.
That could have been Epic. That
Oh yeah, that was the. Oh yeah, never mind.
With the incident.
I didn't think it was 4 people. I thought it was like 2.
It was Dixie and XTXP, if I remember correctly. But
Talking smack.
might have been definitely Neon Rays from P8 to P2, Silent from P9 to P3, and then Vicky from P11 to P4. Great drives from all of them. I could give the driver of the day to any of those three.
Yeah, any of those three. Yeah, they drove good races. Got fortunate as well. Some of them with accidents, but yeah, got to finish the race to get the. Yeah.
As I'm gonna pull up the interview screen, Alt F4, the F1 game.
The proper way to close the game.
Exactly. And yeah, so it's spicy stuff in the chat as always. I'm gonna see if there's anyone to interview, and let's have a look.
There's three people.
So we got the top three to interview.
Very nice.
Let's start with the Hammer and drag him in. Hello, the Hammer. Hopefully didn't drag you in mid-sentence. Congratulations on another win. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, just absolutely dominating performance today, I'd say. Once you got past Epic into that P1 spot, you just drove off into the distance.
I wish it was that easy. First of all, like quali didn't really went well. I was like 4/10 of my PB in quali. At like the last run, I was 4/10 up, and I lost 3/10 in the final 2 corners, the final chicane. And Epic was pretty fast actually, but I noticed his tire air was worse than mine, because in the end of the first stint he was struggling, and then in the second stint he started struggling pretty soon as well.
I think that's because he lost a wing at least on one of those stints.
Yeah, I had Futuristic as crew chief, and at some point I said, I think Epic has damage, but I'm not sure. And he didn't see any damage, but I felt he had damage. Yeah. Because his pace in the second stint didn't match up to what he did in the first stint.
Yeah, he went in for a wing change at some point for a second pit stop, so that he definitely had some sort of damage. But anyways, you still managed to get past. You still managed to hold that lead, and I think finish with the 6 seconds. So definitely another great drive from you. P2 to P1. That's I guess that's the dream.
Yeah, I was really happy because in other leagues I qualified pole twice in Canada, and twice it was a really bad race. So it's like, okay, just don't qualify pole this time, and maybe it will end better.
Yeah, that's
I swear, like there's like curves on pole in Canada, because yesterday in the F2 race in SLR, there was Larson was on pole and he had a bad race. So like everybody on pole gets cursed. But I'm really happy to win after like a few races where either I didn't have the pace or it didn't go my way. So that's good for the confidence, at least, to finally get a win again.
Yeah, it puts you back into the momentum of things. If I'm not mistaken, you're leading the championship.
Leading by 25 plus some now.
Yeah, Silent came back pretty good, and also today he was pretty fast. I think he would have been close to win if he didn't have misfortune. So he's still still the battle continues.
Yeah, for sure. We were saying that Silent, he looked like he was going to win, and then he had an incident. But even then, with that incident, he still managed to get P3. So so this is your 4th win this season. So that's definitely a good boost, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, really happy with that.
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations again on the win, and hope to. What's the next track? I don't even know.
France.
France.
Oh yeah, Paul Ricard. Yeah, so good luck for Paul Ricard as well, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
All right, let's pull in Neon Rays then.
Me. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
What an intro.
We were prepared. We stopped our conversations. What's up?
All right. Well, yeah. Congratulations on podium spot P2. How do you feel?
Not deserved.
Not deserved?
Definitely not deserved. It's I came into this race just saying I'll take what I can get. Like whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna do any stupid overtakes. I'm not gonna fight real hard anyone. And I just got really, really lucky with everyone else doing a slower strategy. And also everyone ahead of me just sort of spun out themselves, you know. That's a positive of being slow. You're less likely to spin out.
I mean, you say you were slow, but you only finished 6 seconds behind the hammer in the end.
Yes, but like, you know, with the amount of people that were like half a second faster per lap than me on the same set of tires, it's like Hammer, Silent, Crystal's DNF'd as well. Like it's mostly just luck that I happen to get P2.
I mean, well, I guess you kept it clean, you kept it on track, and all that stuff, and that's not luck in your part. It's just you're better at being consistent than the other drivers. Just consider it that way. I think it's definitely deserved.
It's a trade-off, right? Like you can either be slow. You can be slow but consistent, or fast and spin out. So I chose the latter since I had absolutely no confidence in the track. I thought that I was 100% gonna like get over 10 seconds of penalties if I pushed every lap. So I just went at my own pace. Oh Jesus! Yeah. Sorry, my dog knocked something over.
Oh, I love when that happens.
I'd say I'm happy that I missed everyone spinning out and didn't get caught up in anything like that. So
unlike the last 4 races, because apparently you DNF'd the last 4 races, so I guess this is a nice change, getting P2 and finishing a race.
I can't remember what was what the first race that I DNF'd was. I think it was Spain.
Netherlands. It was
Netherlands then Spain. Yeah, all right. Yeah, ever since Netherlands, I was just
You've had your unlucky misfortunes, and I guess this race is gonna put you back on track to fight again for the podium positions.
I don't know. I mean, I hope so, but I'm honestly starting to think that I'm just not fast enough in these fast cars. Like, there's a lot more time to gain in slower cars than in fast cars.
Because I saw you on ACC the other day. Are you joining that?
Well, I would love to, but
he is a reserve.
You are
a day late to get into a seat.
Yeah, the seats they filled out super fast.
But F1's just seeing. I'm still in here to finish off the season, but I'm considering if the next game isn't like what's it called? I want to say spotless, but we can't have the sort of bugs that we're having in this game.
Yeah,
and just not being fixed for 7-8 months now.
I mean, it's esports ready, but it's just a joke, and I'm leaning towards a different game, or trying to.
Yeah, well, ACC is has been said
it's
many
the way
times.
To go.
It is the way to go. It is the light that you need. So feel free to sign up as a reserve whenever you want.
You can ask a couple people that are in F1. You got Cubs on, you've got Formula Chris as well. We've converted them, so I'm sure we can convert more.
Kimmy's been giving me good tips for ACC.
Yeah. And you definitely, your Monza pace, from what you told me, you already seem to be pretty good pace there. I guess just got to learn the other tracks.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well,
the other 12, the other 11, yeah.
It was fun. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. And congratulations again on the P2. I think it's deserved. You might not think that, but I definitely think you can be happy with that drive. So
you're your own worst critic, man. So I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, congratulations again, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Alright. That I feel like he was gonna say something there. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh well. Next, silent.
Hello.
Hello.
P3. Congratulations on the podium. Bit of an unfortunate incident there with Epic that spun you around, but could you talk us through
it? I was making good progress on the fresher medium, so I knew I had to push if I wanted to have any sort of chance at the win. But just more of a recovery drive. But that specific lap, I think, was like lap 20 or lap 19 with Epic. The only reason why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a push and try and overtake him here was because usually on the hairpin towards the long back straight, I wasn't getting good enough traction, so I wasn't too confident doing it there. Of course, I could have waited, and I probably should have waited, because at the end of the race, it cost me about 7 seconds or so without the it cost me 7 seconds or so, and up until that point I had like 3 seconds of pens, and I would have kept it that way had it not happened. But yeah, I just didn't think I'd have enough on the back straight with enough traction or anything, so I tried it there, and was catching them really, really decently, so that's why I tried it.
Yeah, I mean, we thought you were going for the one-stop strategy to begin with. Was that the plan? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
until
that was
the virtual safety car came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go one stop to the end and just keep it in one piece. But yeah, the VSC came out. I was like, you know what? Chances are I might get passed by Neon Rays either way, because as tires were a lot more fresh than mine on the two stop. So I was like, you know what? There's not much harm here. So I'll just pit and see what happens. And I made up basically most of the positions back, besides getting past Neon Rays. But obviously that was going to be a bit of a reach to get in front of Neon Rays. But either way, had I not pitted, I don't know what would have happened. I probably would have been like fighting Neon at the end, or maybe would have probably got past with the pressure tire. So
that's way more risky than just pitting and accepting third, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's safe.
Could be involved in an incident or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a very good recovery drive. You started P9 up to P3 with a incident spin as well. So, like, you were looking on set for a win. At some point, I think me and Sam said that you're most likely going to win this, but then, like, commentator's curse as always. 2 laps later, you were around. But,
Pain.
Still, I think a very good recovery drive today. So you can be happy with that.
Yeah, I haven't had the best of luck in Canada and just in general for league races, and yeah, it's just what it is. So yeah, damage limitation, and the next few tracks definitely aren't bad for me as long as I get the hours in and just knuckle down really. So yeah, hopefully I can still. The fight's not over, so
no, for sure not.
Definitely not over.
Especially with the 3 wins you coming off from, so definitely got good momentum going into the next few races. Speaking of next race, Paul Ricard, how are you feeling about that?
I like it as long as I get the setup right. Depending on the setup, you might have a little bit too much understeer, and I prefer, I guess, an oversteery car now, especially at Paul Ricard. So keep the tires alive, get the setup under me, and it should be a good race.
All right, cool. Well, I look forward to seeing it, and well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations again on the P3, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, and that rounds out the Tier 2 race in Canada. I believe it's round 8.
7?
7?
I don't know.
I don't know. One of them two.
Round 8.
No, yeah, round 8. I'll just calculate it. All right, and thank you, Sam, for joining me. Bit of a late call.
It's been a wild ride.
Yeah,
it has.
First commentary, I believe, for 2S.
Yep, definitely.
It's
been alright.
Yeah,
could have been a lot worse, to be honest.
Could have been
entertaining race at least.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Sam, for joining me. Was a late call, but you made this easier.
Got the game installed.
Yeah.
got it running just in time.
Alright, and thank you everyone for watching as well. So we'll see you next week. Be sure to stay tuned for Tier 1, which happens later on this evening in about an hour. So make sure to see that, and then Tier 3 on Tuesday, and also the ACC season that's coming up will be in about 2-3 weeks time. So thank you for watching, and until next time.